So let's get straight to my tips for today on how to be more grateful. The first one we did actually mention within the program today, which is to count your blessings. Now this one is really, really important, and if it helps, do write these things down, because we kind of forget to appreciate the things that we already have. That includes obviously the people that you have in your life, the fact that you have a roof over your head, you have even at least your basic necessities. Maybe you're not where you want to be at the moment, but just the fact that you have at least the foundation, the basis for you to grow from there is already enough to be grateful for. And again, it's not saying to anyone that you should just be content with the minimum, of course not, but at least let's appreciate what we have and then we can build from there. Doesn't mean that you're not going to be ambitious or set goals for yourself, but always remember, what you have right now, be thankful for, even if it's not much, but at least you have something to start with. So always count your blessings. And also appreciating the people that you have in your life is very important. Even your work colleagues, not just family members, your work colleagues, your friends, because some people don't have anyone around them that they can relate to or trust. So if you do have those kind of people, be grateful. The second one is to write a thank you note. So this one I think is really nice. Sharon mentioned it in her tips as well. If there is someone that has maybe done something that really touched you, write something to them, because it kind of makes you, for example, appreciate that gesture, but also it makes the other person happy as well. And even with emails, if someone is really helpful, acknowledge that and thank them. So for example, I don't know if you've ever contacted an organization that asking for something and they've said to you, oh sorry, this isn't my remit, or I can't help you with this, but here's another contact name, or they give you some information that is really, really helpful. Don't just kind of read the email and say, oh yeah, that's great. Actually respond to them and say, oh thank you so much, that was really helpful, thank you for taking the time to send me that information. Because at the end of the day, they didn't have to do that. Maybe you're a complete stranger to them, they don't know you, they're not going to benefit in any way from helping you, but the fact that they actually took the time to do that for you, I think that is something that you should appreciate as well. And even the small things that people do for you, maybe in your office, for example, making you a cup of tea, don't take things for granted, just say thank you for those kind of things. And the third one is, which I do practice this one, is to keep a gratitude diary. I would say gratitude stroke achievement stroke learning things throughout the year. I do have my lovely notebook that I have, and I write down not only my achievements actually, because sometimes we do tend to forget the things that we have achieved. I also write down my mistakes. And so you might say to yourself, oh well, that's really such a negative thing. I don't see it as negative. Every time I've made a mistake in the past, every time I've made a mistake this year, and I have made many mistakes, I actually write down what it was that happened, and then what I learned from that experience and how I changed. And I'm actually, something happened recently actually, and I'm thanking this person. She knows who she is. She brought something to my attention that kind of upset her, and I didn't know this, and she came to speak to me about that, and I really appreciated that, because I was able to see my mistake and actually change from that experience, actually change. Now if people don't actually tell me, or if I don't make mistakes, I don't learn anything and I don't change. So I actually really appreciate it when someone actually takes the time and cares enough to point things out to me. So write all those things down, because it's like when you look back, you might say to yourself, oh, I haven't changed that much, I haven't achieved that much. But when you actually look back at these things, and I actually sometimes look back I've actually had this thing for about 5 or 6 years. I look back at previous years and you feel so good. Sometimes the things that I've kind of looked at before, I kind of cringe and I'm thinking, oh my God, was I really like that? Did I really do that? But then also I appreciate the fact that I have grown throughout these years, because sometimes we can actually forget how much we've learned and how much we have changed. So appreciate the changes in you as well.